Just one quick little tip when doing stuff like this. Get yourself some baggies, a little permanent marker, and label and write down a little note for all the pieces you take apart. And snap some pictures. I'll be recording everything, so I'll have some video to go back and look at. But that should help you along the way. Alright, today I'm going to try getting the AMS intercoolers installed. I'm starting off by looking through the instructions that I printed off of their website to make sure that I've got, you know, all the hardware I'm supposed to have. Things aren't all in the same place, so I'm not sure. Like these 2 or 3 hoses are in this bag. These look like your little return lines are in this bag. I'm not even sure if these couplers go with this, because I had opened so much stuff. These might go to the air intakes. There's the Y pipe. Some kind of bracket that I don't see. This is the sleeve that goes on this long inlet hose here that I haven't seen yet, but it's probably in the box. Because after I opened this to inspect it when I first got it, I couldn't get everything back in here. Oh yeah, so there's a bunch of those. Here's our 2 larger lines. Obviously the 2 intercoolers, and here is 2 couplers. This stuff's dirty. I'm probably gonna need to clean all this. But anyway, from here I'm going to be installing the rubber grommets we removed from the factory intercoolers and installing the map sensor wherever it went. Looks like right here, probably. So yeah, that's what you'll do. You'll prep these and then, you know, start following this video and whatever instructions you may have. But like I said, I'm going to clean all this stuff because it's kind of dirty and I don't want that getting in the car. Alright, so here's the passenger side prepped. Got my rubber grommet in, map sensor in. It's got 2 bolt holes, but obviously the factory sensor only has 1 spot. So I just tried to make sure I faced it towards where the harness is in the car, which would be to the right if you're looking at it straight on. And I'm going to go ahead and prep the driver's side too, even though the instructions don't say to do it now, because I don't see what it could hurt. Okay, step 1 is to install the longest hose. It doesn't say which direction, and it's kind of hard to see in the photos, but I think it's going in with the 90 onto here and then kind of swooping up in that way. And I don't know if it's supposed to go under these lines or over them. I'm not sure yet. Guess we'll figure that out once we start putting it in. Alright, I got titanium hardware for a lot of the stuff in the engine bay, so if you have that as well, make sure you put them in before you put the intercoolers in, or you'll block yourself. Okay, so we're all in. It's really straightforward. Like I was telling you before, you pre-fit all your grommets, your map sensor. On the passenger side, you want to feed in the throttle body side first, and then push down into the turbo inlet there. The only tricky part is figuring out which side this coupler needs to be on, because it's got a goofy shape to it. On both sides, passenger and driver side, I did the fatter looking bulge towards the front of the car. I think if you do that, you'll be fine. All the hoses are kind of self-explanatory. One of the first steps is connecting this long one here. And then this is your main in, your water in, that's going to go into your new Y pipe, which is underneath all this mess of junk. And then it splits off, goes into your water in here and your water in over here. Then your two hots come out, and then your little skinny bleed lines. And they're all in about the shape they need to be in. And it's just kind of, you know, fighting it back and forth just like everything else we've been doing. On this side, I did it the same way. Throttle body first, and then down into the turbo inlet. That's pretty much it. Not too much to record or show you. Oh, I guess one other thing. You're going to reuse 2 of the factory bolts on each side to hold it in place, and then 1 new one on top instead of 2 bolts on top.